Konami Studios.
Dark Knight's Death Metal issue number 6. Guys, we are nearing the end of this series. I think we got one more issue after this. How many more tie-ins? Maybe one more tie-in as well? Is this going to take us right to the new year? I hope so. I have really liked this story. I don't understand how anybody could read this and not like it, because I think it is just fundamentally a love letter to DC. It's insane, it's weird, it is classic comic book, classic science fiction, where everything is just over dramatic and weird. I think it's really cool. So we open up this book, and the forces of the Batman Who Laughs are kind of like doing like a standstill of our heroes, and like everything's about to come down and everything's about to fall apart. We see all of our characters together doing one final stand, ready to go into battle and have a fight, and it's really cool. Like, it's just some great artwork from Capullo, and you just see all these really cool characters and really cool designs. I like this. I like the designs a lot, actually. I'm starting to like really enjoy the Superman look, the Batman look. You can see how more decrepit Superman's becoming. It's really fun. Harley Quinn's wearing the Jonah Hex cowboy hat, and of course she is. It looks pretty fun. Like, it's literally, we're about to see a huge battle happen, and it's kind of exciting. Then we cut to the passage of the Forge of Worlds, which is the Themyscira thing, I think. This is where Diana and the Lobos are about to like go embark on a journey to figure out everything that's happening. And they're about to like just trying to figure out where they're supposed to go and everything, but they are attacked by like the darkness itself, and it's like a manifestation of the One Who Laughs, like controlling all of like the antimatter kind of. And he's just like, they're just getting like their asses kicked by nothing, and it's kind of an interesting sight to see. Really cool seeing like the like contrast, like the light side where like our other heroes are, but Lobo and Diana, they're like surrounded by darkness. It actually looks pretty cool, I will have to say. It looks pretty interesting. Then we get some more stuff of like the One Who Laughs and Perpetua battling. There's some pretty interesting revelations here. I did like in their battle, where it's like Perpetua's like, I'm the only thing in existence that's keeping you people safe from like my kind, and I'm trying to protect you, and I wanted to create you to be like these interesting things, and if you keep fighting me, you're gonna get us all killed and we'll all be ended. And the One Who Laughs is like, oh, promise? Like, cheeky. Then we cut to the battlefield where all of our characters are in the midst of a huge fight, and again, this is where I think Capullo's artwork is really shining. We get some nice pages of just like mindless destruction, and it looks pretty cool. I think it's amazing. You just see some of really cool characters in there. And there's some really interesting narration where it's just like, yeah, people you never thought you'd see, like they're praying for their own enemies. They're like helping them survive. And there's a whole message about like praying in here, because it's kind of like no matter how much you pray, the God's never going to help you. But in this day and age, you'll see at the end of the book when we get to it, we'll see what actually happens there. But I'm liking it. I'm really liking what this is doing. Some great artwork, some great colors. Everything looks cool. So back with Lobo and Diana, we see things are going in a bad way. Nothing's really going to work out. So Lobo's like, okay, just get the journal, get out of here, forget it. I knew from the start this was going to be a one-way trip for me. I don't want to hear any more about this shit. You just get out of here and get everything done so we can actually win this. You don't know the pleasure I will take in beating up the One Who Laughs one last time like that. If that's what my mission is in this, that's fine. That's a better bounty than anything. But they lose the journal, and it's like, oh, no, what's going to happen? So Diana eventually does land at the Forge of Worlds, where we see that alternate version of Darkseid is there. And he's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, you're not going to win this, Diana. There's no point to you. We see he's holding the reborn Mobius, which is kind of interesting. Very curious to see how that's going to play out, because I'm starting to think, what could that be? Or is Mobius a character? Mobius is the name of the chair that Metron uses, so I wonder if this is like a Metron-Mobius hybrid? Interesting. I could see what that's like. Because where's the Mobius chair right now? It was in the Speed Metal book. I don't know where it is now currently. But Diana's just kind of like, there has to be a way we can win this. Like, I know there is. I have to think of it. And it's kind of exciting to see where that's going to lead her. We get some more stuff where the One Who Laughs is just like, yeah, you know what? I don't care, Perpetua. Like, the world's crazy. Everything's just weird. So I will destroy you. I don't really care what happens. Like, you think you're saving us? You're not saving us. You created me. I exist because of you, pretty much. You know, you suck. You're a bad god, pretty much. Again, it's like that thing about the prayers where Perpetua herself's like the god of the Source Wall and of the multiverse, kind of. And you could pray to her to be better, but it's not going to work because gods don't answer your prayers. So we kind of get the inclination that the One Who Laughs kills her. But I don't think she's dead. Like, I don't imagine that's what's going to happen there. Come back to the battlefield. It looks like our heroes are winning, or our characters are winning at least. They're like, yeah, we did good. Everyone's so excited and so happy. But you can see that Batman lost an arm, which is like, hey, that's kind of fun. That's kind of interesting because he is technically dead. And it's like Starro and Abigail and Swamp Thing. Everyone's like, something feels off about this. And you see that the Batman who laughs is like, yeah, well, you guys were celebrating that little victory. I called all my forces over. You know, all the characters that, you know, you'd imagine this. You'd imagine this is where, in this panel, you'd be like, remember all the Tales from the Dark Multiverse? You'd imagine this is where they'd show up, either on like the side of good or the side of bad. But no, there's like Red Death is there, like the evil Swamp Thing is there, Murder Machine's in the background, I think, Robin King. And it's like, okay. So we get a nice moment where Bruce is like, you know, Clark, I just want to say that our friendship's like, I know, brother. I know. It's like, okay. So everyone get with your families. We got one last stand or we're all going to die. And it's really, it's going to be really dramatic. I'm liking this big battle scene. I know it's going to make a lot of people like, oh, this is cheesy and stupid, but it's fun. It's cool. So back with Darkseid, Diana's like, there has to be a reason we can like win this. There's a fighting chance that the one who last didn't look at the design of everything we built here. And there's wrong. Like, we have to, the truth is what's important. You know, the truth is what binds us together. Remember that, like, that weird shot of like the time and how it's like a rope or something? And it's like, binds. I know how we can see the truth. We have a machine that can help us see the truth. I know what to do. And Diana's got the plan together to make everything happen. Back in the fight, we get a nice page where all of our characters are with their respective families. And they're like, we're one universe. And we see the Bat family and Joker's there. The Aquaman family, Black Manta and Orm are there. We see all the Green Lanterns together. And we see all of the Supermen together. And you're like, this is freaking dope. Clark says his goodbyes to Lois, and it's like everything bad is about to happen, and you just know like this is gonna be insane. But it's like, hey, before anything really happens, Wonder Woman's like, I can feel it working. All of our stories, everything that's ever happened to us, every little thing that's happened, it's all together now in one long story. And it's like, what are you talking about? How? But I like it. I don't care. Do it. Have everything since the 30s connect to today. That sounds awesome, but insane as hell. And I don't care. Like, it literally does not matter, but it's awesome to see, like, hey, we're trying something here. And it's kind of, again, the idea, like, you pray for something, but that doesn't mean that God's going to listen. In that moment, Superman's trying to, like, I think Superman's supposed to be, like, the one narrating. I can't really tell if it was supposed to be him or not. But it's like, in that battle, we were all left, like, just thinking this is going to be it and everything that's going to happen. And we see Superman remembers everything. He's like, I remember everything. He's talking out to Diana. Like, I know Diana. Like, what's our next move here? And we see that Diana practically made herself a god. And it's like, on that day, a god did answer our prayers because it was Diana. And we see like a golden Diana emerging from these fires. And she's got her like insanely cool chainsaw. It's like, that's sick. That's going to be a great McFarlane Toys action figure at some point because they're doing the gold variants as it is. Let's get this one out there too. And it's like, oh, that's an interesting place to end it. So it's kind of going to be like this huge, interesting, like, I'm going to assume that we're going to see like a huge The One Who Laughs versus Golden Diana fight, which would be really cool to see. I'm actually really liking what this book did. I don't think it's my favorite book from the run so far, but what it did was really show me, hey, everything's connected now. Our characters are in for one last battle. Let's see how this ends. We'll see how much fun we're gonna have. So that's kind of exciting to see. And I still don't understand how people can think this is stupid. It's supposed to be stupid. It's this weird, dramatic stuff that's like, hey, we're literally trying to connect everything together. Of course, it's gonna be weird as fuck. Like, what are you expecting from this at this point? So I think it's pretty cool that way. And I'm liking this book. I am. I cannot wait to see the end of this. I really like it. I really do like it. So, Dark Knight's Death Metal. If you guys haven't already like started reading this book, please read it. I think it's going to be, I don't know if it's going to be like the classic love letter or some other things, but it's going to make you really appreciate these characters in a new way. And you got to appreciate Scott and like the creatives on board in this project. Like, we're literally trying to connect everything together. And that's kind of cool. I think it's cool, at least. I think a lot of other people out there will agree with me. That's at least an interesting concept to explore. So that is why I'm going to give Dark Knight's Death Metal issue number 6 a 9 out of 10. Now, thank you guys so much for watching this review. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, Patreon, Twitter, all that good stuff, and I'll catch you in the next one. Have fun, stay safe, good luck.